Hey, did you hear about the town meeting of education?
I actually did. I think they're planning to make our education 10 times better.
They sure are, and if you want to learn more about it, tune into this next interview for more details.
Hi, I'm Carla here with the Men of Excellence to talk about their event called Norristown Parents and Students for Education. Hi, how are you guys today?
Hello. How you doing? Doing well.
Good, I'm doing good. So can you tell us a little bit about the event you guys are hosting?
So we're having a community-based event. It's a partnership between Norristown Men of Excellence, the Philadelphia Urban League, Acclamo, and PA School Works. Pretty active organizations here in the community that have strong ties to both the residents and the children.
So what kind of stakeholders are going to be there?
We're excited to invite any and everybody out to the event. We're definitely looking for parents and students to attend, but we also want the professionals. We would like school district staff, if possible, administrators and board members, if possible. But really, we're going to open it up to a wide range of people in the community.
So why do you think it's important for us to have this event, to just to have an outcome of people to come together and talk about the district, or?
I think it's important to have the event. A lot of people tend not to make it up here to the school board meetings and all. So we have it right centralized in Norristown at the library. I think that'll open it up to a lot of people to be able to come out. And even if all parties, like administrators, can't make it, at least we'll be able to have the meeting and then be able to further bring the issues.
So how are these organizations going to touch on certain conversations? Are they going to happen in big groups of people, or is it just going to be small groups?
So we'll have a pretty large, we're expecting a pretty large group. We are looking to have a small panel, about 3 to 5 folks that range from, nonprofit community, the educators, and just day-to-day residents. So we're looking to have a fairly good representative, panel. But also, in our audience, we look to have parents, students, educators, and everyone who's a part of this community bubble. And I think the goal is really to discuss, some of the things that are happening, not just the bad, but also highlighting the great things that we're seeing in the district and in the community. So I just think getting people together and giving them that platform that's not always structured, it's not always timed, it's not always, an us versus them type of atmosphere. I think that's important.
So how do you think this can improve the Norristown community as well?
I for one, think it can improve the Norristown community just simply by, like Hakeem said, if you might go to other things, you only get a minute or two to speak. But being able to give your opinions on things, topics, and then, we'll be able to take them to the next level. And, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. Be able to make the phone calls. I think a lot of us, with our connections in the community, we'll be able to reach out to certain people that the average person just can't reach out to.
Yeah, I also think it'd be great to educate people. Another component that we didn't speak on is that PA School Works are going to be there as well. So they do a lot of work on funding, and they're going to be able to educate the room on how Pennsylvania is one of the worst states in the country when it comes to school funding. They're going to also be able to tie in, some of the issues that stem from funding. So I think as much as it's going to be an opportunity for people to voice their concerns, it's also going to be an opportunity to learn that there are things that contribute to some of the issues.
So how do you think this conversation is going to make a change?
I think it's going to give people a voice. I think the whole concept is around advocacy. So many people don't know what advocacy looks like. Many people don't feel comfortable speaking out when they're uncomfortable. So I think when people can be empowered to talk about what's going on, I think it allows the powers that be to understand better what they should be able to do to improve things, or how I can better meet my community halfway, or just better overall understand each other. So I think the event will give people some empowerment, but will also allow us to bridge some issues that we've had.
So can you tell us why the Men of Excellence is involved in this specific event?
Well, for one, we're one of the organizations in Norristown that, are doing things in a certain capacity where, not always, I don't want to say, not scared to do an event like this, be able to do it and keep it positive and be able, like I said, touch certain avenues that the average person can't get to.
Yeah, and I'll touch on that. I mean, we're all alumni of Norristown Area School District. We've all been fortunate to do extremely well in life and experience great things. And, being here as adults, our goal is really to keep it positive, is to keep our school district moving forward, but also, serving as a vehicle in the community who can ask the tough questions, who can, have the tough conversations, which is in no way, shape, or form an attempt to attack or antagonize anybody, but it's also just a way to speak up for those who don't have a voice. So I think, Men of Excellence and our relationship with organizations like ACLAMO and the Philadelphia Urban League, I think gives us a voice, to not just touch, one community, but, you're touching many other communities that deal with the same issues, not just in Norristown, but throughout the state.
So do you think the communication between like the parents and the students and the school board, do you think it lacks a little bit?
To an extent, I do. To an extent, I do. And I've attended school board meetings, both as a, staff representative and also as a concerned resident. So there is a sense of fear and there's a sense of, uncomfortness when community members, seem to stray away from board meetings. Things are timed, they're very structured. There's usually an agenda that doesn't always give the common person a voice. So I do think the structure can be looked at and tailored a little bit to give those folks, a better opportunity to speak.
So of course everyone's welcome to come to this event, right? So I wanted to ask, how could people register to this event?
So we are sharing information on social media. Anyone can go to our Norristown Men of Excellence Facebook, Twitter, Instagram page. The Philadelphia Urban League also has a heavy following on Twitter. Clamo Family Centers here in Norristown, they are going to be a partner, so they'll be promoting the event. To register, we have an Eventbrite set up, so all you would have to do is just Google Norristown Parents and Students for Education. It will take you right to the Eventbrite. We will be, serving a light breakfast and giving some giveaways out, so it's important that we capture the Eventbrite numbers as well. So we have several avenues where it's being streamed out regarding this event.
So even if you haven't registered, could you just show up to the event?
Yes, you can. It's an open forum. It's at the public library. The room seats, close to 150 people. So, we're expecting that we'll have room if folks don't get a chance to sign up online.
So can you tell us the date and the time and where it takes place at?
It's going to be April 20th at the Norristown Library in the community room, and it's from 10 to 12.
And is there anything you guys would like to add?
Just that it's something positive. I want people to understand that having a forum and an event like this, it's not a us versus them. It's not about pointing a finger. It's just really an opportunity to bring the right people under one roof, and it's also an opportunity to give a population that doesn't always have a voice. It's an opportunity to hear them out, and see what it is that can be done to bridge that gap. I think it's just overall a great event that we're looking forward to for providing for the community.
Okay, thank you for being here. I'm Carla, here with the Men of Excellence to talk about Norristown Parents and Students for Education. Back to our host.